Welcome to Voice of the Inland Empire, your weekly adventure into the who, what, where, and why of our local communities. And today we are coming to you from Charlie's Stars and Stripes in historic downtown Upland. And we're going to be chatting with Donna Marie Minano, who along with her husband Frank co-founded the Inland Valley Repertory Theater over 28 years ago. This is a true gem for the arts in the Inland Empire and is going to be a conversation you will not want to miss. Be sure to check out our website at voiceoftheinlandempire.com, where you'll find our current shows on the homepage and many, many past shows on the archive page. And while you're there, be sure to drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. So don't go away. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Ron Stark, known as the voice of the Inland Empire. We've been on the air for almost 20 years, interviewing and discussing important people, places, and things in the IE. Our show was recently covered by Inland Empire magazine. Check us out on Charter Cable or visit our website at voiceoftheinlandempire.com or on Facebook or YouTube by searching Voice of the Inland Empire.
It is now that time to say hello to today's guest. And our guest on this topic is something very close to my heart. I mean that seriously. We are joined by Donna Marie Minano, who with her husband Frank co-founded the Inland Valley Repertory Theater over 28 years ago. And Donna, you're acting as the executive director, so I guess that means you're the boss in charge. But you know, I was a theater major in college. I wasn't any good at it, but I enjoyed it a lot. And I did do some repertory work. And I don't know that most people understand what a repertory theater is or means, as opposed to just going and watching a play.
Right. So a rep company, it could be a couple of different things actually. Our rep company, we have call it a family of actors that are the company members. And
that are somewhat permanent.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, they are definitely a part of the company. They're invested in the company, and they might run props for one show and act in another show and be a lead in another show.
Simultaneously.
Sometimes, because we have a different situation than a lot of theaters. We don't have our own brick and mortar building.
Okay.
We use the Candlelight Pavilion in Claremont.
I did not know. I love that venue.
Right. So what we do is we go in there. We started a partnership with them about 12 years ago, and they have their dinner theater on the weekends. Mm-hmm. We come in on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. We upcycle whatever they have on their set and make it work for our play.
That sounds like that could be a challenge sometimes.
It's a huge challenge.
Last time I was there, I saw Annie Get Your Gun. And if you were doing a performance of Hairspray, I'm not quite sure how you would.
We were doing Damn Yankees.
Were you really?
We were actually.
And you know what? I almost said that. I almost said Damn Yankees.
Yeah, we did.
No, I almost said Oklahoma. But anyway.
That could work too. We have to actually know what Candlelight Pavilion is doing in their season before we even attempt to think about what our season's
so
gonna
you
be.
think about the plays they're doing.
Yep.
And what the sets are going to be like.
Yep.
And then that helps guide. That is fascinating.
Okay, so here's something, because this is Inland Empire. So I think a lot of your viewers are going to remember the old Gallery Theater run by Mark Shipley and his family in Ontario 30, 40 years ago. So
that was before me. I wasn't even born yet.
Right. So when my husband was a kid, he was part of the Gallery Theater. And Mark would have him come in on Saturdays and run what they called the Peanut Gallery. My husband was like 15, 16 years old at the time. So he would come in and do the children's theater, and he would have to do a show on whatever set the gallery had up at the time. And so as a kid, he started kind of getting a feel for, okay, if they're doing this show, we can do this show. And he has like a sixth sense on, if Candlelight's doing XYZ, then we can be doing this other type of a show.
What that says to me is you have to really have a clear view and understanding of the plays themselves.
Yes, yes.
So I know all of this play, what in general the sets are going to have to look like.
Right.
And then I've got to overlay that on this wealth of knowledge of all these other, and find. He should make a computer program that does that. That would be really cool.
Right. Oh, it's really fun, and sometimes it works really, really well. Like we did Arsenic and Old Lace on the My Fair Lady set, which is perfect because it was the drawing room, right? And so we had the stairs. We had Teddy. Uncle Teddy was coming down with the trumpet and the whole thing. So that worked perfectly. One that didn't work quite as well is when we did Arthur Miller's All My Sons on the set of Aida, and it was a beautiful set that they made, but they had a whole proscenium hieroglyphics across the proscenium, and you had to like suspend disbelief watching this Arthur Miller tragedy unfold. Fortunately, the acting was good enough.
Well, there were hieroglyphics on the proscenium arch.
Yes, yeah. But fortunately, the acting was good, and people were able to
See, all you had to do was say, "Welcome to the Egyptian theater," and that would have justified
Right?
the hieroglyphics, and we would have been good.
Yep.
No, I love that. So you don't necessarily have more than one production going, but your cast and crew mix up what they do. So like you said, sometime I may be doing props, I may be stage manager, I may be
Right.
the lead, I may be an understudy.
Holding a spear, yeah.
So how many are in your core group then?
We have about a dozen regular company members.
And then do others come and go?
Yes, then we usually audition around December, and then we audition for the entire year. So our year kind of falls in line with Candlelight's year, so it kind of is a general calendar year, January to December. So when we audition in December, we're auditioning for all the plays throughout the next year. So we'll audition this December for all of.
So for someone who's hearing this and going, "Oh, cool, I want to do it,"
Right.
what kind of time commitment does that take?
Well, we usually we like to keep it so that everybody in the company for the season has something to do kind of on a regular basis. This particular year, we're doing Death Trap in October, November. So some of the people that are in Death Trap maybe haven't done a lot coming up through the year, but they might have been involved with one show, or they might have been involved with our summer program or something else. So we keep them involved in the company. We have a kind of a general meeting kickoff at the beginning of the year for everybody, just to kind of come together and get to know each other. And then we want to keep the social media going. We want to keep interest in what's going on. But as an actor, you can come in and be involved in one show. Like we had some of the kids that came out for Great Gatsby. They were just involved from 3 or 4 weeks before the show.
How many nights a week do you rehearse?
We rehearse usually 3 or 4 nights a week. It's usually somewhere around Monday through Thursday, and then maybe one day on the weekends, but it's not all the time, every time, and we limit the time. So if you're in the show and you're only called for this one scene, we don't make you come to all
the
nights.
rehearsals,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Wow, that
So-
sounds like so much fun. Now, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to find out what got you started down this really cool road and path. And I know it's kind of top secret, but maybe talk about some of the productions coming up and how our viewers can join your troupe, can volunteer, and I know you have some fundraisers we want to talk about as well.
Thank you. Awesome.
So don't go away. The best part of this conversation is yet to come. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Ron Stark. I own one of the fastest growing, most creative ad agencies in the region, Voice Marketing. Check us out online at voicemktg.com. We work with clients ranging from the county of San Bernardino to the star of the hit TV show Hoarders. Call or email me personally at the phone number or email address below, and check out my TV show, Voice of the Inland Empire, on Charter Cable and online.
We are back and coming to you from one of my favorite places in the world, Charlie's Stars and Stripes, located right in the heart of historic downtown Upland. They have something going on virtually every night of the week, and my favorite is Friday and Saturday nights. They always have live music. Come on by and check them out. They have dinner specials every night as well, and many nights you might just find me sitting at the bar having dinner and a drink, and if you do, come by and say hello. We're chatting with Donna Marie Minano, who with her husband, Frank, started the Inland Valley Repertory Theater over 28 years ago. And in the last segment, Donna, you shared with us a little bit about the theater, but I gotta ask this question, as lame as it may sound. Did you guys like just wake up one day and say, honey, let's start a theater? How does one go about, and 28 years ago, so obviously it's been successful.
Yes, it has. And we sort of did. When I met my husband for the very first time, one of the first things that he said to me was, someday I'm going to have a theater company. And I said, oh, that's great. I was a musician. I am a musician. I'm a music teacher. And he said, we're going to have a theater company. And I said he was. And we got married in 1988, and we've been married 30 years.
Wow,
and
congrats.
Thank you. And right after we got married, we moved out to Rancho Cucamonga. And I was reading something in the paper about a performing arts center being opened in the mid-90s, right, that they wanted to open, which eventually became the Victoria Gardens, right? But at the time I said, you know what, if you want to start this theater, we should do it now. So I went to a Rancho Cucamonga Chamber of Commerce meeting, and for those people watching Inland Empire, John Manarino was at that meeting.
John and I are dear friends.
Are you really?
I was president of that chamber 2000, 2001.
Okay, well, this would have been 1990, 1991,
Okay.
So I went to a meeting at Sycamore Inn, and I stood up. I was in my 20s. I was just a kid. So I stood up and I said, hey, we're starting a theater company and blah, blah, blah. And the guy next to me said, you need to talk to John Manarino.
Of course he did.
After the meeting, I went over to John Manarino. I said, I'm supposed to talk to you. And so he incorporated us, and he got us started, and we did our first show.
And for those that don't know, he's retired now, but at the time he was an attorney, but he's also an actor, singer, performer.
That's right.
So he got you guys incorporated and set up.
Set up as a nonprofit 501c3 corporation. We did our first show in the Altaloma High School auditorium on the hottest day of the year, September 8th, almost exactly to the day. And it was like 110 degrees. There was no air conditioning.
And was Johnny in it?
No, not the first one. No, but Nidra Volz was, which our Inland Empire audience will remember. The little lady with the bun. So Nidra was in our first production, and Dwayne Thomas. And we've just been going ever since.
Wow.
And,
Now, is this what you guys do full time, or so you have your regular jobs, and this is your joy, this is your passion?
This has been my husband's passion his whole life. He did theater in college and in high school, like I said, when he was a kid at the gallery. And he sat down with Martin Benson, who's the director, retired now, of South Coast Repertory. And said, how did you do it? And Martin gave him all sorts of information. He said, I'm going to start this up where I live.
Nice.
And we did.
All right, so someone who's following along, we already touched on auditions, but when are auditions again typically?
Usually have auditions around December, and that would be to audition for the company for the coming year.
Okay.
So, and we usually do 4 shows. We'll be doing 4 shows this coming year at the Candlelight Pavilion. We also do readings at an Italian restaurant in Claremont, and we do a summer camp for children.
Nice. Now, can you drop some hints about what might be coming up?
We are, actually, I think when this airs, we will have announced it.
Oh, well, then
so can I go ahead and say
then
it?
let's put it out there.
I'm going to go ahead and say it.
And
So
as
we
soon
are
as I go home today, I'm going to put it up on Facebook. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
you
I
better
won't.
not,
I
you
won't.
better
I
not.
won't.
So I'll tell you one that we are definitely going to be doing this coming year, and that's going to be Peter and the Starcatcher. We're also doing, I'll tell you another one, we're going to be doing Brighton Beach Memoirs,
Nice.
and we just got the rights to do Fun Home, so we'll be doing Fun Home in September.
Oh, great.
Very excited about
Now,
that one.
what about someone like me who can't act or sing and often trips while just walking, but wants to be a volunteer and wants to support what you're doing? Do you need volunteers?
Absolutely. We have a guild. who they do everything from ushering at the shows, they provide hospitality for the actors, they help with fundraising, and it's a wonderful group of men and women who want to support live theater.
Oh, that is so awesome. And then you mentioned that you have people that help with the fundraising. What are some of the fundraising things that you guys do?
We always have an annual gala in September, usually at the end of the month. We do that at the courtyard of the Candlelight Pavilion, and we have food vendors, and we have live entertainment, and then we announce whatever the upcoming season is.
Oh, so that's okay. So
yeah.
that's the big unveiling of your
That's the
upcoming
big
season.
unveiling, yeah.
That's great. Now, do you guys have a website?
Yes, we do.
What is that?
IVRT.org. So
I don't know if I can
IVRT
remember that.
Okay, so IVRT for Inland Valley Repertory Theater.
But don't type that all out, just IVRT.
.org. Because we're a nonprofit organization.
And if people want to know about when auditions are, or how to volunteer, or when your fundraisers are, they can find all that at the website.
Contact us.
That is awesome. So, Donna, 28 years you've been doing this. We've only got a couple minutes left. What's in your future? What do you see? Just more of the same, or do you have bigger visions?
You know, what's exciting is that we've received funding from both the LA County Arts Commission and the California Arts Council and the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians. And the funding that we receive goes to pay our actors and all of our artists, all of our musicians are paid, all of our actors are paid. We have grown exponentially in the last few years, and we are really taking a look at, we want to make sure that we measure our growth so that we don't explode too big, because we don't want to get too
managed
fast.
growth.
Yeah, we don't want to get too fast, too big, but we're definitely on an uptick on our way up.
Now,
our audience is growing.
If people want to buy tickets, they can do that online, or season tickets available as well?
Season tickets are available, group discounts.
And for anyone that's never been to the Candlelight, although if you live out here, I have trouble conceiving that, but the Candlelight is a beautiful theater. Whether you're sitting down below, I like to get the suites up top. And now, when you guys are performing, is there food service?
No, the kitchen is not open when we're there, but we have theater concessions like cookies and candy bars and things like that. But you still have that great Candlelight Pavilion ambiance and just the feel of being in that beautiful room.
Yeah, it's one of the nicest theaters I've known. So IVRT.org.
Yeah.
Check it out if you want to audition. It's in September?
September will be the season announcement.
December is auditions. But even beyond the acting part, support the arts. We need more arts in our life. And you can volunteer supporting the arts through attending the fundraisers or making contributions. This is our home. This is our arts. So take good care of these folks. Donna, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been great.
And we will be right back.
Hi, I'm Ron Stark, known by many as the voice of the Inland Empire, but I also own one of the fastest growing, most creative ad agencies in the region, Voice Marketing. Check us out online. We work with clients ranging from the county of San Bernardino to the star of the hit TV show Hoarders. We specialize in both business to business and business to consumer marketing. If you'd like more customers, call or email me personally, and let's talk.
I am so excited to say hello to David Moore, who is the proprietor of Charlie's Stars and Stripes right here in historic downtown Upland, and the place that we are so graced to be able to shoot the show once a month. David, first, thank you for allowing us to shoot here. We love the venue. And we were just chatting before we went on air. It's been 4 years that you've been running this place.
Yes, a long time. It's been a lot of fun.
Wow, and you've really grown it. This was one of those locations that for years really never lasted. And you guys have come in and you've created an environment that is just comfortable. You're a restaurant and a bar and a sports bar, and clearly the concept is working.
Yes, a combination of all of them. And we're very happy to have lots of different things here, including bands on Friday and Saturday night. We have trivia on Tuesday night. We have Dodgers every single Dodger game is live here.
Wow.
Because that's important.
Yeah, okay, should we share why it's important?
Okay.
Okay, so how many years, David, have you had season tickets to the Dodgers?
Okay, 40. Sorry.
Wow.
It makes me look older than I am.
Yeah, well, you got them when you were 2. If anyone can beat that, let us know. 40 years season tickets with the Dodgers. So every game, and you have all the football games going.
Yes, we have all the football games. We have the NFL package. We have about 12 TVs up front, and there's always sports on.
And what I love is every night. So Monday night is Monday Night Football.
Correct.
What's going on? Tuesday night is trivia.
Tuesday night's trivia.
Wednesday is football.
No, Wednesday night is steak night.
Oh, that's right. How could I forget? They serve the best steak dinner, and I'm not even going to tell you the price, but it's really inexpensive. And then Thursday?
Thursday is football, and then we have social night, or where comedian nights come in after football's done.
On Thursday nights.
On Thursday night, it's free of charge. We have some good comedians that come in. And so that happens on Thursday night. And then Friday night, we move on to bands. Well, there's a Friday night at 8:30, there's a band. Saturday night at 8:30, there's a band. And then Sunday, we're right back into football.
And this is fairly new. I hope you're still doing it, but you have breakfast.
Yes. We are open for breakfast Saturday and Sunday morning at 8:30. And not only that, we have bottomless mimosas, or regular mimosas, or special Bloody Marys. There's always a special here.
Yeah, that's what I come. I'm not a Bloody Mary guy. I've tried. I can't be. But I always come for the bottomless mimosas, and it frankly doesn't matter what I'm eating at that point.
Yeah.
So I also wanted to talk about this room that we shoot in. We're here once a month. In fact, if anyone ever wants to come by, we're typically here the second Tuesday of every month. But this is your banquet room, and you have done so much with it. And over the years, I've watched such a broad variety of events be held here.
Yes, and we can hold about 75, 80 people. We have food, we have drinks. We've done anything from a birthday party to a memorial service, to last week we had a record swap here where they brought in their records and swapped, and they were playing music back here. So it's available, and it's a good place to just get together at.
And how many TVs are in here? 1, 2, 3, like 5 or 6. Every wall has at least 1 or 2 TVs on it.
5 or 6 TVs, yes.
So this would even be a fun place to get the gang together to watch football and reserve the room. And my favorite part about this room, and I hope this is still accurate, that if you get the food from you guys, which why wouldn't you, what's the cost for the room itself?
The cost is $300 of money spent. So whether it's food or alcohol or combined together, if you spend $300, the room is free. And yes, that is still the way it is. And last year we had a group in here that just came in to watch the Super Bowl and rented the room for that.
Yeah, I mean, so, because you're gonna have food, you're gonna have drink, you're gonna invite a lot of friends. So this is a great place to do it. It's a great venue. I love the room. You can close the door, it's private. You recently added its own outside patio that's separate from the main restaurant patio.
That's correct. There's a patio outside just for this, and depending on the group, if they want, we have a private bartender back here for them, or they can walk up front and get drinks, just depending on how much drinking they're doing or how much they want to do.
And how much food they want.
Yep.
So if someone wants more information about any of your nightly specials, events, or reserving this room, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, naturally, we have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, but the easiest way is to call the phone number here. It's area code 909-981-2411. In case I said it too fast, 981-2411. And any of the managers, any of the bartenders will know exactly what's happening.
All right. Well, David, thank you again for allowing us to be here. And I urge all of you, if you haven't, come on by and check out Charlie's Stars and Stripes in the heart of historic downtown Upland. David, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ron Stark, known as the voice of the Inland Empire. We've been on the air for almost 20 years, interviewing and discussing important people, places, and things in the IE. Our show was recently covered by Inland Empire magazine. Check us out on Charter Cable or visit our website at voiceoftheinlandempire.com or on Facebook or YouTube by searching Voice of the Inland Empire. What's Upland is on location at the 9th Street Hair Station with owners Diane and Dee. And Diane, tell me a little bit about this shop. I know it's been around for a pretty long time.
Yes, originally the Gage sisters started it in 1948, and it was down the street in a different location, and then they moved to 9th Street, I think around 1965, and then they moved to this location. And 11 years ago, Dee and I became partners, and we decided to change the name to 9th Street Hair Station because we're on 9th Street. And
That makes sense.
Yeah.
If you had called it 11th Street Hair Station, that may have been a little confusing.
Right.
That just also means you can't move.
Yeah, and we're by the train station, and we all have stations that we work at. So
Oh, I love it.
we thought it was
Okay, I
appropriate.
love it.
Yeah, and we're kind of a full-service salon. Dee can tell you a little bit about that.
All right, well, Dee, what are the range of services that you offer? And you do men and women?
We
or
do men and women. We also do highlights, lowlights, extensions. We do eyebrow microblading, which is a big thing out now for eyebrows.
Which, being a guy, I have no clue what that
Someday
is.
You need to come in.
See your eyebrows.
and then we also do. We specialize really in hair colors. We do beautiful hair colors, and we're also, I think, one of the top shops that still does sets. A lot of shops don't do sets anymore.
Really?
So we're, the shampoo sets it's hard to find anymore.
All right, so, and do you take walk-ins or is it
We
appointment
take
only?
No, we take walk-ins. We open sometimes 6 in the morning.
Wow.
We have no time on our door because we accommodate.
You know, I've never heard that. That is the coolest thing. We have no time on our door because we accommodate.
Yes.
That's actually a really cool business
We
model.
accommodate. Yes, we do.
So if someone wants to just drop by or they want to call and schedule, I'm an appointment kind of person. How do they do that?
They just walk in and say, "Can somebody do my hair?" We'll go, "Okay, yes, come on in."
And if they
Plenty
want
of
to
girls.
call?
If they want to call, absolutely. 909-982-1677. You can call anytime. We answer the phones. We have a recording. If it does, we don't leave us a message. We always call right back.
All right, and you've got a big space here with lots of stations,
We have
lots of
14
people.
operators.
Wow. So.
And pretty much full service.
All right. So if you haven't been here before, I'm recommending you try it out. 9th Street Hair Station, because they're on 9th Street, they have stations, and they're near the train station. I love that. That's burned into my memory.
And we do nails, too.
Oh, and they do let's not talk about nails, but they do nails too. Manicure and pedicure?
Yes.
Nice. So whatever your beauty needs are, come on by.
To 9th Street Hair Station and just enjoy it. We serve coffee and cookies every day. We have it kind of reminds you of the movie Steel Magnolias. Love it here. The girls are happy here. And it's just a wonderful place.
No one offered me a cookie. And they both point. I love it. Be sure to check them out. And thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
What a great show. I so enjoyed chatting with all of our guests, and I especially would like to thank you for tuning in and joining us. And please remember to set your DVR so you never miss an episode of Voice of the Inland Empire. Or check us out online at voiceoftheinlandempire.com. And while you're there, drop us a note. We'd love to hear from you. What you like about the show, even what you don't like about the show. Or maybe you have an idea for a show guest. Our guests need to have topics of broad general interest and be non-commercial in nature. Or if you'd rather contact us the old-fashioned way, you can simply give us a phone call at 909-746-8846. That's 909-746-8846. So until next time, this is Ron Stark reminding you to be productive, care for your world and the people around you, work hard, find time for fun, and always remember to give back whatever and whenever you can. Until next time, goodbye for now.